This is a quick review of a new toy that we got for the skid steer a couple weeks ago. This is a front-mounted rotary mower, so like a brush hog or bush hog. Goes on the front of the skid steer, and like I said, we just got it a couple weeks ago. By the way, we're InstantAcres.com. We actually sell land with owner financing, no credit checks, low down payments, land of all sizes on rivers and lakes and hunting land and building sites, all that good stuff. But this actually is not meant to be a commercial about us. This is a review of what you're looking at right there. That's a 6-foot rotary mower that we got, like I say, about 2 weeks ago. And we've had numerous people stop in the road and walk over and ask us how we like it, how it works, all that good stuff. And we happen to have a drone out there doing a property video, and the guy that was running the drone was actually watching the skid steer for a while. So when we found that, we thought, let's throw it on YouTube and people can get a look at it. So what he's mowing right there is this particular field had not been mowed for close to 10 years. And even though it's hard to see because we're about 100 feet away, he's eating up basically 4 to 6 inch trees right there at the edge of the field. And you can see what he's doing is he'll put the rotary mower up, run the trees over, and then set it down and back over them. And that just destroys the brush and trees completely. This also works equally well on grassy meadows that aren't so overgrown. Obviously then you wouldn't have to go over and back, you just run over it straight in one direction. But I mean, the short story is that we love it. It's been fantastic. To do this with the tractor and brush hog would have been a real pain. You've got to go fairly slowly through all that stuff, and also having it mounted on the front means that in the little areas like where he just was, whereas with the tractor you've got to make generally a bunch of 3-point turns, because the tractor, especially if it has a loader, by the time you have the brush hog, you've got a really long piece of equipment you're working with, so you've got to back in multiple times. There was a pretty good sized tree that he ate right there. And so this is much quicker. We've run this side by side with the tractor to get some big fields done, and he basically can outrun the tractor every time in fields and in thick stuff. Here's a good example of where this really shines, where he just went in this little area. He's under all those tree branches. So if you're on a tractor, not only will those tree branches be slapping you in the face and you'll have to deal with it, but you'd have to back in numerous times to get most of that stuff, where when he's got it mounted on the front of the skid steer, he can see what he's doing. He can sit and turn and be in and out before the tractor could even really get backed up. So I mean, it's just been fantastic. Good for cleaning, clearing land, improving land. This particular field had some pretty big locust trees, which we do have down here in Missouri, and they get those big thorns. So the problem on a tractor is, since the brush hog's mounted on the back, you have to run everything over first with the tractor and the tires. And if you're dealing with locust trees, you're going to have flat tires, which is a lot of downtime. And it's a big pain to patch the rear tires, especially on a tractor. With this being mounted on the front, it chews them up and they never get to the tires. This happens to be a tracked skid steer, so that's not a big issue either way, but it's just another big bonus to having it mounted on the front. Okay, we're going to pull up here, and then I think we pan over to the right, and you'll see a meadow that was mowed more recently, although it hadn't been mowed this year. So we went through that with the same piece of equipment, and it mowed it out just like almost like a golf course. So it works really well on a meadow like that. It works really well on the overgrown meadows. Feel free to let us know if you have any questions. You can email us at sales@instantacres.com. If you happen to want to buy some owner finance land in the Ozarks, we would love to help you with that. But we're also happy to put out videos about cleaning and clearing and improving land, because we do a lot of that. So we'd love to have your feedback. InstantAcres.com.